Hello there. What is going on, everybody? We are taking a look at the Droideka's unit expansion for Star Wars Legion, the Clone Wars, the Separatist expansion, or the Separatist faction, rather. And we're going to bust these suckers open. I was fortunate enough to get a Clone Wars core set at Gen Con this year, but in addition to that, they also had these guys. They didn't have everything, but I was able to get a couple of things. These guys and the B1s to kind of help build a Separatist army a little bit. And we are going to unbox these dudes. Do want to remind you guys about the giveaway for the $25 Amazon gift card, as well as the I'm also doing another giveaway for Legion for one of the spot gloss promos. Oh, look at the back here. Wow. But to enter either one of those, you just have to be a subscriber and leave a comment on this or one of my videos. For the Legion promo, it's got to be a Legion specific video. And I'll also be doing more promo giveaways on Patreon as well after this one's over. So if you don't win, there'll be more chances on Patreon. But I like to do giveaways now on both formats for promos. This way, everybody has an opportunity. Yeah, and that's, trying to spread things out and to thank all of my supporters. You guys are amazing, and it's my way of giving back. Oh, we got our sprue here. Look at this. All right, so we got two of these, so I'm just going to focus on one. Here we've got, look at this. Look at this. Oh, wow. This is going to be really, really interesting. Now, fortunately, I do have some sprue cutting tools, because I will tell you, I have used regular wire cutters before, and they aren't always the best. And just like... one of the things you're going to notice is, whoops, this way. Every one of these is going to have different numbers, and that is going to be really helpful. These are going to take some time to assemble, aren't they? Fun. Oh, well, good thing is we do have this handy-dandy guide that's going to help us figure out how to put these suckers together. Hopefully they have the right bases in here. Got our assembly right there. And you'll be able to put these together in standing up mode or in wheeled mode as well. And the wheeled mode is kind of like optional. It's really just a great touch that they added. I'm really glad they added it. Here's our component list, in case you were looking for what all comes in there. Oh, you're going to get 2 linked targeting arrays too. That's cool. We've got that. We've got that. And all of this stuff. So that's fun. Let's see what we've got in here. We've got some cardboard. We'll take a look at that. Oh, and apparently, they're on a huge base too. Wow, what is that? No, that's a joke. That's a joke. That's gonna be a running joke I do in all of my videos now. You'll hear the bases. I'm gonna keep an extra huge base nearby, and it's gonna be in every video. I think that's going to be the thing. Let me know, actually, in the comment section below if you think I should do that, or if you're already sick and tired of that joke. It's entirely possible that you might be already sick and tired of that joke. But we do have these are our bases. But now on to the cardboard. All right, so here is our cardboard. We are going to be getting our Separatist. Look at the Separatist tokens, too. They are so nice and blue and TIE Fighter wing-esque. I think that's what it is. They saw into the future and said, TIE fighters will be the way of the future. An unshielded ship that could get you killed right away. We've got 4 shield tokens. This is a wheel token. So if maybe you can't, put the other mini, you can't swap the mini out, you can just put this next to there to show that they're in wheeled mode. And I'm curious why they went with the token and the miniature. And I think Alex Davey or Luke Eddy or one of them said something else, like early on in the design phase, they were looking at just using a token, and then they said, you know what, like I think it was like a late decision to like that they were going to be like, yeah, we can do it, let's go ahead and add a whole separate mini for wheeled mode. I won't lie to you, I suggested that to Luke Eddy last year at Gen Con 2018. I was just talking about how cool it would be if it was a whole separate mini. I'm not taking credit for that because we were just talking. It was very casual. But I think, and I don't think I'm the only one who was an advocate of something like that. And this is before we even knew that they were being made. They had just announced Clone Wars was going to be coming for Legion. I was talking to him and I said, dude, that's amazing. There's so many cool things that you could do with that. And I brought up the whole wheeled mode thing. I don't think I was the only one to come up with that idea, though. So I'm not, again, I'm not taking credit for it. I just think it's a cool idea. Who knows? Maybe it was. You never know. Like, lots of little ideas, and sometimes it's a thing where like the same idea gets repeated a couple of times, and then it finally catches on there, and they're like, hey, everybody wants this. Let's do it. I mean, how often was I campaigning for a Super Star Destroyer for Armada? Next thing we got to get is the AT-AT and Legion, right? I don't know. All right, so here's our Droideka unit card. It's 100 points for our support. They have AI attack or move, and which is a little bit more flexible than AI. There are better AI, so they can move or an attack first. A lot of times it might definitely be a move, but still, if you want them to aim and shoot, they're gonna need that order token. So that's good. They have generator 1, so during the end phase, you can flip an inactive shields token. So you can flip one of these little bad boys. Like, oh, let's recharge. Look at that. They're shielded 4. They're going to have 4 tokens. Boom, right there. Wheel mode. When you activate, you may increase your speed to 3. If you do, until the end of the round, you gain cover 2 and cannot attack or flip active shield tokens. So you won't be able to spend shields. Basically, like your shields go down and you turn into a wheel, but that's only for the end of the round. It's like basically you're going to switch back to like a walking dude each round. So by default, you're in walking phase. When you can only go on wheel mode, it looks like until the end of the round. They're not going to break. They have no resilience value. They do have 3. They're a ground vehicle, too. So they count as a ground vehicle. So they're going to provide light cover. Now, it's important to note that when they turn into wheeled mode, they do not count as a wheeled vehicle. Somebody's going to think that they do because that was even asked during the live stream, and it sounds funny, but it's actually a relevant question because they're a wheel and a vehicle, but they still count as a ground vehicle. So they're not going to count as a wheeled vehicle. But yes, and of course we got defensive surge with the white, so they're fairly defensive, especially with the shields. They have a comm, and then they have this nice weapon here. It's going to be red and 2 black, and since they have 2 minis, you're going to shoot 2 of them. That weapon has suppressive, fixed front, and immune to deflect, which is actually pretty thematic. I don't think immunity to deflect is something that you really need, but it is always nice, and I think it's thrown in there more for thematics because it's not like the most overpowered ability ever, but it is nice to be able to have. As far as what we get, we're going to get 2 copies of this awesome card here, Linked Targeting Array. I don't believe this one comes in the core set, so and it's nice that they give you 2. And they knew what they're doing by putting this here, because you can't put 2 of those on one unit. Why does he need 2? Well, you need it for all your other stuff. If you wanted to put it on the Droideka that comes in the core set and you wanted them both to have it, that's why they're saying, hey, please buy the Droideka expansions. Oh, okay, you sold me on it. I'll buy it. And it's nice to get 2 copies. And we're getting Comms Jammer as well. Which is all right. It's that one's actually more useful against droids than on droids. But then again, once this is all out, you might find droids versus droids. That may be a real thing that we run into quite a bit. So Comms Jammer could be huge, even on these guys. Put them in wheeled mode and just be like speed 3 move, then speed 3 move, boom. Next turn, you're done. It might be the thing. All right. So let's go ahead and put this thing together. I'm going to pull out A8 and A7, which are right here to create the torso. And we're using their little sprue cutters here. There we go. It's right down here. All right. And then we're going to put these 2 pieces together. And we have to get A6 and A5. And here's A6. We're going to go through the whole thing. At least for one of them. I'm not going to do the wheeled mode also. All right. Woo. Dropping stuff. And now these 2 pieces are supposed to glow in together like so. And I guess it goes into because it's got this little clip. So I guess that's going to kind of go into right there. So, right on that part. Yeah, I think so. Then I need A17, this piece right here. I can just probably, that was easy. Sometimes you can just do that, but then you get these little pieces on here. And then you can take a nice, they have almost like flathead screwdriver tools that'll file that down, or I'll just use the side of my sprue cutter to file it down a little bit. There you go. this piece right here, which is a 16, and we'll go ahead and clip this one out because this one's in there by 3 different pieces. So clip right there, and then spin a little bit just to make sure I have the area right there, and then there. Beautiful. All right, so I've got that, and then that, and now I need these two go together right here, and then I'm going to glue that into there to create like the torso. And these two are going to go in here like so. And then once this is dry, you're going to take these 2 parts and they're going to go right into those little grooves right there. And then now your Droideka is starting to take shape. Next we're on this piece here. We're doing A9 and then A10 and 11. We're putting these arms in, and these kind of dry fit pretty well. You're going to stick the little holes right here into the groove, and you want to do it in this way so this one piece that has the little nook will rest right in that groove right there, and you can do that to both sides. And then this the gun pieces actually go in here. They're going to fit right in the sides here, but you want to make sure that the little hose lines up right into those little holes right there. And then once you get both of them in there, it should look kind of like that. So when you're all done, it should look like this. Notice that the inside guns are the ones going to the top hole, and then the outside guns fit to the lower hole. And that's how they worked out for me. Now we're doing the legs, and I've got the pieces here, cut them out the same way as I cut the other ones out. So these are going to be a little simpler. For my top half right there, and it helps to just line them up directly with the picture. It looks like these are going to go in here first. And then I'll be putting the top over and then putting the other leg in like that. And you want to put a little glue on here and just put this top half in like so and glue that down. This other piece is going to go right in here, and you want to put a little glue in there, and that'll, whoops, well, I didn't glue it yet because, but yeah, basically you'll just glue that in there and that'll form the bottom of your Droideka. The last step is the final assembly, where they're going to have you basically taking the top half, putting it into the bottom half like about here, and then also taking the front and gluing that on like so. But I would suggest maybe if you're considering priming and painting this thing, it might be a little easier to do these 3 pieces separately, because you can still really get a lot of brush access to the individual machine parts, and it might be a little harder with everything else in the way. So I think that's probably where I will stop right here, because it's basically just 3 pieces. You know, this is going to go on the front like so, and it talks you through it right here, and then this would go on the back. But that's as far as I think I'm going to take it here, because yeah, this slides right into there. So, and then you just glue that in, and glue both of those in, and you got your Droideka, and then of course you can put it on the base, however you like. And that's basically it. All right, guys, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you liked this video. If you found it helpful, if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. I always appreciate the comments, and I always appreciate those thumbs ups. They definitely do help me out. And I want to thank you guys so much. I also want to thank my patrons. You guys have been absolutely super and definitely help bring all these videos to life, and I want to thank you guys so much for that. If you were interested in those giveaways, make sure you click that bell for alerts as well, because we're going to have a lot more giveaways. So even if you don't win, you know, the spot gloss or the $25 gift card, there's always another giveaway going on. So always stay tuned for that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.